Hi, and welcome to Geno'S Picks from my Baltimore hotel room, and thank you for your patience. I know, 3-1 last week, 16-20, 43% coming around, no grinds. Let's get right to it. My first pick, people, Baltimore Ravens, that's where Daddy is, are giving 7.5 to the Oakland Raiders in Baltimore. Maurice Jones-Drew, LaShawn McCoy, and Ray Rice. What do these three guys have in common? All three are stud workhorse running backs that no matter how much talent you put around them, you have to realize they still have to remain the center of the offense. Not Blaine Gabbert, not Michael Vick, and not Joe Flacco. Blue Hen represent. Love them. But no matter what you put around them, these guys have to be the focal point. Looks like the Jags are learning the hard way now that Jones-Drew is out. Looks like Andy Reid just will not learn. Not like it makes a difference with that lack of an offensive line. But it looks like over the past few weeks, the Ravens finally have come around to giving it to Ray Rice. And they didn't back down last week against the Browns, even when the Browns made it close. Kept giving it to Rice. They won. They covered. Okay? And don't think Oakland is that good a team. This is why I love the Ravens. Because Oakland's offense isn't that good. Oakland's offense is just used to playing against prevent defenses. Do you know why? Because the Oakland Raiders defense tackles running backs and wide receivers like they tackled math problems in school. They just stare dumbfoundedly at numbers flying right by them. You don't have to look any further than last week when the muscle hamster ran all over them. Now, for those of you who don't know who the muscle hamster is, go online and Google muscle hamster, and you will see immediately that it is Tampa Bay running back Doug Martin. But do me a favor. Make sure you don't Google muscle, hamster, because if you do that, you will get about 15 gay pornos, and I don't think anyone wants to watch that any more than they want to watch this drubbing of the Raiders. If Doug Martin can do that against the Raiders, what do you think Rice, Ray will do against them? Please, people, think about that and couple it with the fact that the Raiders are playing a 10 a.m. game, equivalent to them coming from the West Coast. People, in this one, I cannot stress enough, take the Ravens and the 7.5. Well, and lay the 7.5. All right. My next pick, people, it is the Rams getting 11.5 from the San Francisco 49ers. People, both teams are coming off a bye. We remember that the Rams got drubbed at Wembley Stadium against the Patriots. And sure, the Niners beat the crap 13 days ago out of their division foe, the Cardinals. The only thing that rained down harder than Alex Smith on the Cardinals was Hurricane Sandy. But the Cardinals we've seen are a fraud. After winning their first 4 games suspiciously, they've reeled off 5 straight losses. And I'm sorry, Jim Harbaugh, you're about to face an actual offense in St. Louis, not one led by John Skelton and Larod Stevens-Howlings, who incidentally has more names than Arizona does wins in the past month. But then again, so does Sade. I love Sade. People, the point is, while the Cardinals have failed to add anyone of note in the past decade, it seems, other than Larry Fitzgerald, it looks like the overhaul in St. Louis is finally done. Gone are Warner and Falk, and in are Bradford and Jackson. Gone are Holt and Bruce. In are Amendola and Gibbons. And the final piece, gone is John Spagnuolo, great defensive coordinator, terrible head coach, and in is Jeff Fisher. Wow. The Rams have gone through more name changes in the past 5 seasons than the bridges and tunnels of Brooklyn. I know that's an inside joke. For those of you who don't know, they changed the Triborough Bridge to the RFK Bridge, or Robert F. Kennedy Bridge. Not like anyone would ever drive over a bridge named after Teddy Kennedy, right? Hey, that joke is actually my good friend Allie Breens, who I will be performing with at the end of the month in New York City at Lucky Jack's. You got to come see us. Oh, and the other big name that just happened recently, they changed the name of the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel to the Hugh L. Carey Tunnel, which I think is terrible, because wasn't the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel already named after Chris Brown? People, look, let me tell you, on November 28th, come and see me at Lucky Jack's with Allie Breen. But people, on this Sunday, November 11th, for the love of God, take the Rams and the 11.5 they're getting. My next pick, people. Chicago Bears, will make these last 2 quick because I had so much fun with the first 2. Bears are giving 1 on Sunday night to the Texans in Chicago. Houston, sure, is the best team in the entire AFC. But I'm sorry, they're the 3rd best team in the NFC North at best. You got the Packers, you got the Bears, and maybe the Lions. But people, the only loss by Houston is to who? The Packers. Where? In an NFC North stadium, Green Bay. When? On a Sunday night. That's what this is. They're playing the Bears on a Sunday night. The only difference is it's a month later. So it will be windier, colder, wetter, outdoors, everything plays to the Bears' advantage. In fact, the last time any Bears had this much of a home field advantage, it was in the fairy tale Goldilocks. And I'm sorry, Houston, but no hunter is coming to save you. And it's ironic that we talk about Goldilocks, because after the Bears' defense is done smashing the Texans in the mouth, pretty much the only thing they'll be able to eat is porridge. People, take the Bears, lay the 1. All right, let's wrap it up real quickly with my Monday night game. KC is getting 12.5 from the Steelers at Arrowhead. People, the Steelers are led by Ben Roethlisberger, and he's a far better quarterback than anyone on the Chiefs, and the Steelers are a far better team. By the way, the Chiefs have still led 0 minutes and 0 seconds all year, but that plays to their strength, coming back and scoring garbage points. And that's what's going to happen in this game. Look for this game to pretty much mirror the journey of the Native American. It will begin with Chiefs getting massacred by a great white man on their own soil. And it will end as the red man makes a big comeback with the casinos. Big Ben and the Steelers lead early. Chiefs backdoor this one late. Take the Chiefs and the 12.5. Those are Geno's picks from lovely Baltimore.